Marauders is a brand new game coming this year to early access, published by Team 17. This game is filling the role of yet another first-person shooter in the Tarkov light genre, but this is where it differs. It's set in the early 1990s in an alternative future where they say the Great War never ended, assuming they're talking about World War I, as that's how it's been described in our real-life history. You play as space mercenaries known as Marauders. You're basically a scavenger set in a dystopia where Earth is now unlivable due to industrialization and people have fled to the stars somehow very crudely. The game describes itself as a gritty diesel punk world, so it's basically Mad Max in space, which sounds super sick. As you'd expect, the gameplay loop is raiding, looting and extracting with persistent gear and XP. I'm not exactly sure how the XP plays into this game yet, as I don't see a lot of mention of it when I was doing research for the video, although I did come across what looks like a basic skill tree. At this stage I wouldn't worry too much about it, as it could be a placeholder while in early access. Skills have been a big point of contention lately amongst the Tarkov community, so I imagine this game may preemptively look at making them more practical skills like lockpicking and crafting, and not so much physical skills such as endurance and strength, as they do make it divisive between casual and full-time grinders. That would be the smart play if they're paying attention to how EFT is being developed right now. That is also just my opinion, so take that with a grain of salt. Marauders will also have upgradable ships and explosive sci-fi dogfights, adding an extra layer to this kind of gameplay loop. You can play solo or squad up with up to 3 players to fight other squads and AI at static locations, as well as players' ships by the looks of things. The game is obviously going into early access, so I hope we see lots of improvements as the game keeps developing, as we've seen with Team 17's other published games like Hell Let Loose. Just quickly, I actually love Hell Let Loose and what they're doing with that game at the moment. It's easily one of my favourite games right now. So I'm really looking forward to what this new game has to offer and how long they're prepared to keep it in early access for a proper launch, with a healthy player base and a good amount of content. One of the cool things I've noticed from looking into this game and having played lots of the Cycle and EFT is that this game's firearms are coming from a completely different angle, and it's pretty cool they were able to settle on something that doesn't just feel like a copycat attempt at Tarkov. EFT is known for its modern warfare style weapons and modding. Cycle is doing a take of its own futuristic weapons that are entirely fictional, but the sci-fi feels very grounded. And then this game is going full out of space, but keeping the weapons from the World War through to the Cold War era, as well as limited to no modding, but I have no idea until I play the game, so don't hold me to that. So it looks like lots of MP40s, SVTs and M16s, all with iron sights by the looks. I know this will probably not be some folks' cup of tea, but it's totally different from those other games it shares the stage with. So I'm really interested and curious to try it out, and to see what kind of gunplay Marauders is offering. If I haven't lost you with iron sights weapons, this may keep you a little more interested, as it doesn't look like it's nearly as punishing as Tarkov does. Similarly to the Cycle, you don't have to carry mags, you just carry the ammo type you need in your pockets, but it does look like there is a wider variety of weapons, armor, bags and accessories than the Cycle. It may just sit right between the two games for complexity, which right now is totally okay as this genre is still evolving, but the looting does look like it leaves something to be desired. And again, this game is coming to early access, and with your feedback, that could all change. I'm also certain there's a lot more to this game than I'm describing, but without having actual hands-on with the game, it's pretty hard to speak honestly about its systems and gunplay. But it does look very cool from what this trailer shows, and unfortunately I couldn't get any other footage of it, so it is what it is until it releases. But be sure to check back as things develop, as I will be covering more things about this game in the future. The Tarkov light genre, as I'm calling it, is kind of exploding right now, with the Cycle Frontier, this game Marauders and a couple of other projects that are being showcased around at the moment. I'm really excited for this new generation of first-person shooter games. It's making this year a lot more interesting and busy as we playtest all the new toys we're getting. I love this gameplay loop that's been evolved from the Diablo style looting and Destiny style looter shooters into these more tactical, gritty and hardcore experiences. If you haven't noticed, I really love Escape from Tarkov. It is by no means a perfect game, and some of you probably hate it, and that's okay. Everyone should like what they like and be happy for others that like things that they don't like. I really have high hopes from games like these, and I want to know your opinion on this game. Do you think you'll be checking it out? Have you played the alpha? Let me know everything in the comments below. Thanks for watching everyone. If you like this video, leave a like, sub to help grow my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.